Hey guys, Brady here with your daily tennis lesson, talking today about the modern forehand and specifically about some variations in your stance when you're hitting the modern forehand. I think the general idea is that most people see a lot of open stance forehands from the pros and therefore are under the assumption that that's really the only stance to be able to hit a modern forehand. And I would say this, I think that when you guys stand more open stance, the big benefit of this to be able to hit a really nice modern forehand is how much farther you have to turn back to be able to set the body well. Such a long distance compared to, this more neutral stance. I see a lot of players around the club get set in neutral stance, and even though their upper bodies get turned, they never had that sensation that their hips and their shoulders kind of turned off their lower body. And I think that's a really good feeling to have when you're hitting an explosive modern forehand, is that the initial setup had you guys really coiling that upper body, okay? With that being said, if I kind of filmed myself playing, a set, I know that I could look down at my feet and I'd hit a lot of forehands open stance. I'd hit a couple with that left foot, a little more on a diagonal from the right. And I know there's times I do hit my forehand in more of a neutral stance. Probably the one shot I really stay away from if I'm trying to hit a nice modern forehand is that really closed stance. That's really just a defensive position, and from there I'm probably lobbing. But what I want to do is go ahead and show you guys, my modern forehand swing with a couple different stances and show you that all of them leave me capable of hitting a modern forehand, but that I feel that open stance is the one that really allows me to hit it the best, okay? So let's start with the open stance. I'll be here. I feel that big turn back, and therefore I get that really explosive turn through. Okay, let's see that one more time. Okay, now we'll take one where I kind of set that left foot a little more on a diagonal. This ball might be sitting a little lower out in front of me here. Let's do it again. Lost a little racket speed there. Yeah. And just, feeling that left foot went a little bit more forward, I did feel that I lost a little bit of that explosiveness, but I still hit a pretty good shot. Here's more of this neutral stance. One more time. And there, just kind of walking myself through this, I felt the need to make up for the fact that I didn't get as big of a coil with the neutral stance. I made up for it by kind of letting the racket go out of, the hitting zone a little bit quicker. And, that's a little way to bump up my power when I lost what I felt was some power by not having that big turn through. So, you guys have your comfortable ways of hitting the ball. If you want to hit that modern forehand really well, I would definitely suggest more open stance forehands, but don't feel like, just the fact that you had to step into a ball means you need to play a really neutral shot. You can still hit what we would say is a pretty explosive forehand in any of those positions with that left foot. All right, so I hope that was helpful. Please click like below this video, and if you happen to be watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks, and we'll see you guys soon.